Let's start at our usual place, everyone, the trending topics, because Debbie's about to get us in trouble. Yeah, and speaking about trouble, a 15-year-old boy wanted for the murder of a couple and the injury of a man in Westmoreland last month has been arrested. The teen was accosted during a police operation on Rickett Street in Savannah Lamar in the parish earlier this week. I was reading this story, and the incident happened last year. I think the boy would be about 16 now, based on what I've read. And it's scary to think about it, that a child was capable of doing something like this. But then you look at you question the influences that would have been around him. You know, where did he get the idea? One, the weapon. Two, and the motivation. Three, to do something like that. And it's tough.
There's so many questions. There's so many questions because how do you know, trying to figure out, what all of those intentions were? Where did that come from, right? And then how do you treat it? Do you lock him away for life? Do you, give him some rehabilitation?
There's
so many questions.
It's tough. And a lot of people ask the question because we can't account for a lot of our students because they're out of school for the past year and a half. Where are they? We can't find them. Teachers say they can't locate their kids. And these are some of the things that they're unfortunately getting involved in. So it is tough because, boy, I don't know.
I can imagine the parents and if I don't even know.
Yeah, because at 15, my biggest worry at 15 was, find the right pair of socks to wear to school. And to see if the girl I got wave back to me and wave to her at the bus stop. That was my biggest worry.
Yeah. Anyways, guys, Jamaicans applying for permanent residence in the United States must be vaccinated as part of the green card process. Now, the new requirement released by the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, CDC, comes into effect on October 1, 2021. And I would say I can understand. I can understand why this new policy will be in place. And, if you're going to take residence in somebody else's territories, it also means that you have to basically adjust to their rules and laws and governance, So if that's what they're requiring, that's what they're requiring.
Well, and it's just like getting a visa to go to them country.
Yeah.
I look at it this way, and it's not something that wasn't foreseeable. Like, this is something that you would have expected to happen because even when you're going to school, like I had to travel I went to school in the States, so I had to take shots when I was going to school. So it's nothing that is foreign. The only reason why it's such a big deal now is because of the COVID-19 and people having questions about the vaccine and all the different complications that may come with it. But if you want to live in their country, these are their rules.
Exactly.
If you don't want to live there, then, if you don't want to follow the rules, you don't have to go there. That's just how I look at it. All right, speaking of people in different countries, Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce reiterated her status as the third fastest woman of all time over 100 meters, running a personal best of 10.60 seconds on Thursday. Mrs. Fraser-Pryce was competing in the Lausanne Diamond League of the Lausanne leg of the Wonder Diamond League Athletics that has been going on for the past couple of months. So now Jamaica has the two fastest women alive, and they have run 5 of the top 8 times ever in history. And the 1, 2, 3 tour continues.
Yeah. We still are win.
It is so amazing, though. It is so amazing. We have, and to think about it, the two fastest women alive reside in Jamaica, and the two fastest men alive over 100 meters are from Jamaica as well.
Yeah. I don't know why it's such a... you see, this is the thing with sports. You can't question results. You get what I'm saying? Unless you go and say, boy, there's a reason why this person would have been running in this way, and then you have drug tests, etc. for that. But if the person come first, them come first. And if them, beat the time, them beat the time. And if them having the world record, them have the world record. Yeah. And you know what I mean? If them do the personal best, them do the personal best. So I do understand how there are questions flying around all over, like they want to...
No, but that's
question
but
whether or not we
but it's
normal
though. It's normal though. It's normal. But I think it's such a blessing for us to be able to witness all this because I wasn't alive when other world records were set. I can tell I'm going to feel sorry for my kids. I'm going to tell them all kind of story in 30 years from them. Say, yo, you don't know.
I said, I knew Usain Bolt, you know.
You know, I used to, you know.
I used to go to the Usain Bolt tracks and records.
Yeah, it's going to be different for them because we are living in history right now.
Yeah.
Because you think about the records that were set years ago with a lot of question marks and asterisks beside them. Now we're seeing the fastest women of all time in front of our faces. And I'm not jealous if many of them come from Jamaica.
Honestly. And yeah, I'm not jealous too.
Yeah.
But hey.
And shout out Sharika Jackson as well.
Sharika is a different kind of person.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? And I think we haven't seen the best of her all now.
I swear.
And she's finding her groove right now. Yeah. And is the sports, is the other, you know, she's running what, 100 meter, 200 meter.
And her pet event is the 400 meters.
Like she's doing so many things.
Yeah, I swear though, I don't think we'll ever see anything like this again. I honestly don't think so.
Don't say that.
No, I don't think so.
We are a factory here.
No, we are a
turned
factory,
them out.
but look at, but Debbie, it took 30 years, almost 30, for someone to run as fast as Florence, almost as fast as Florence Griffin Joyner. Almost 30 years. It's not that easy. I mean, technology and everything is evolving, but I'm just
saying
maybe
that.
that's happened to come on to see this.
You know, one of our girls will break.
I hope so. I hope so.
We're shavings away from the times right now. So hey.
Elena 1054.
Exactly.
So, yeah.
Well, guys, normal operations have returned to the health sector in Portland as nurses have reportedly returned to work after calling in sick as part of a protest by some of Jamaica's public health nurses on Wednesday. Yes, so I'm very happy that they kind of got this sorted out. I can only imagine we've been hearing the cries, and we understand completely that our nurses, our doctors, everybody in the healthcare system, they are overworked, them tired. You know what I mean? Like right now, I feel like
if somebody needs to give them a
vacation.
No, they need more than a vacation. Because if I feel how I feel and I'm not there 24/7, because some of them round the clock, 15 hours, 16 hours. And if I feel how I feel, I can only imagine what they've been going through for the past year and a half.
Yeah.
It's not easy. And as a nation, we are fighting for our lives, you know.
We are.
That's what it is now. We are fighting for our lives, and there are people on the front line taking the blunt of the forces of COVID-19 for us. And people aren't considerate. I think that's where I have an issue. A lot of people aren't being considerate. They're not saying, all right, let's help the healthcare workers. Let's help the front line. People who are battling on the front line. People want to live their lives just the same because it's not affecting them. And that's what bothers me. Because if you don't have a parent, if you don't have a family member who is directly involved with all these things, it doesn't matter to you, it doesn't mean anything to you.
Yeah.
And I think some people are so disconnected from the fact that we're all in this together. We may feel alone, but we're all in this together.
Yeah. And to kind of assume that, you know, they're trained to do this kind of thing is just really inconsiderate because, I mean, I'm sure they've never seen this kind of...
None of us.
Nobody has ever seen this kind of impact before in the mass amounts that they've been seeing it as well.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm sure that, you know, these people are going to want all kind of help they can get as well. Not just, you know, a time off, but they may need some therapy themselves.
Yeah, and you raise a good point. They are trained to do this. And if they're trained to do this and they're telling us this is the cause for why we're struggling, listen to them. Just listen. That's all it is. If you believe in what they've done all these years, trust and believe that they're telling us what is right. That's it for Trending Topics this morning.
So he said.